A Tale of Two Cities is a historical novel by Charles Dickens, first published in 1859. Set against the backdrop of the French Revolution, the novel explores themes of resurrection, sacrifice, and the impact of historical events on personal lives. Here's a summary of the story. Plot summary. Opening and background. The novel begins with the famous line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." It contrasts the conditions in London and Paris in the late 18th century. The story follows the lives of several characters during the turbulent period of the French Revolution. Introduction of characters. Charles Darnay, a French aristocrat who renounces his family's title and moves to London. Sidney Carton, a dissolute English lawyer who is initially portrayed as a cynical and self-destructive character. Dr. Alexandre Manette, a former prisoner of the Bastille, who is released after 18 years of wrongful imprisonment. Lucie Manette, Dr. Manette's compassionate daughter who marries Charles Darnay. Mr. Jarvis Lorry, an employee of Tellson's Bank in London who is a close friend of the Manette family. The return to Paris. Charles Darnay returns to France to help a family servant. Once there, he finds himself entangled in the chaos of the revolution. His family's aristocratic past makes him a target for revolutionary justice. Sidney Carton's sacrifice. Although initially a troubled and unremarkable character, Sidney Carton undergoes significant personal transformation. He falls in love with Lucie Manette, and despite knowing she is married to Darnay, he deeply cares for her and her family. The revolution and imprisonment. As the revolution intensifies, Darnay is arrested by the revolutionary government. He is tried and sentenced to death by guillotine. Carton's heroic act. In a climactic act of self-sacrifice, Sidney Carton visits Darnay in prison, exchanges places with him, and goes to the guillotine in Darnay's stead. Carton's sacrifice is motivated by his love for Lucie, and his desire to give his life meaning. Conclusion. The novel ends with Carton's heroic death and his famous final words. "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done." His sacrifice brings a sense of redemption and peace to the characters he leaves behind. Themes. Resurrection. The novel explores the theme of resurrection through the characters' transformations and second chances, especially in the cases of Dr. Manette and Sidney Carton. Sacrifice. Carton's ultimate sacrifice serves as a powerful symbol of selflessness and redemption. The idea of personal sacrifice for the greater good is central to the novel. Social injustice. Dickens criticizes the social inequalities and injustices of both pre-revolutionary France and revolutionary France, highlighting the plight of the oppressed. The effects of historical events. The novel examines how personal lives are affected by the broader social and political upheavals of the time. A Tale of Two Cities is renowned for its powerful narrative and memorable characters, and it remains one of Dickens's most famous and widely read works.